Oh boy, do I have a banger for you guys. Yo, what is up YouTube? Isaac or Miner bro, back today, bringing you another crazy life story, guys. So in today's life story, I'm going to be telling you something that's just blown my mind, and I've been wanting to tell this for a while. So this is basically the time I got caught basically FaceTime sexing or phone sex. You kind of know what I mean. So I'm going to tell that story in today's video. If you go ahead and you enjoy, please do leave a like. Also, comment down below if you've ever experienced this, you've ever been caught, you've ever done it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe, turn all bell notifications on, and yeah, let's get straight into this, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so answer me one quick question. You know when you're like around 13 to 14 years old, because that's when this story time actually took place. You're around year 8, and I think if that's in America, you're like in 7th grade. I'm not too sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But basically, you're literally just looking to experiment with new things, aren't you? Like, let me know, because this one guy said to me, oh no, you can't be doing this, like, you can't be doing that. Well, what's the point in, like, oh my days. Look, everything, I'd say, in my opinion, everyone's got to at least experience everything in their life at least once, even if they don't like doing it. For example, say if you're scared to, like, go on roller coasters, I'd say you should go on that, fight your fears. If you're scared of heights, I'd say do some rock climbing. I'm not sure, but if you're scared of something, guys, I just want to put this out there. Try and do it at least once. If it's not going to harm you drastically, or if it's not going to hurt you and it's just a fear barrier, I recommend you guys doing it, because that's what I've done with some things in my life. For example, I was scared to go upside down when I used to go to the skate park and do tricks on my scooter. But after a while, I was just like, YOLO it, you know? Like, what's the worst that's going to happen if I've got the technique correctly? I know what I'm doing. I've watched other people do it. I can just kind of follow what they do, and if it goes well, it goes well, but if it doesn't, then I can learn from my mistakes. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was at this stage of like trying new things out in my life back when this story took place in year 8 when I was 13 or 14 years old. So what happens is, it's a normal day of school, and I think it was a Friday. It was either a Thursday or a Friday, right, guys? So basically, I knew this girl who I would talk to. My parents didn't know hers, or her parents didn't know mine, but we knew each other, like me and the girl did. We was the same age. We used to be in some of each other's classes, but not as much. We'd kind of get separated because she'd have like higher grades than me. How ironic, like a girl. Just, I don't know. I guess girls are cleverer than boys. I'm not being sexist out here, but I kind of think they are. The more concentrating on just work and school, when boys, they're just concentrating on like messing around with their mates, if you get what I mean. Like, come on, you kind of get that. Like, that happens in most schools, you know. So anyways, what happens is, I finish school. I'm literally just texting the girl, and let's give this girl a name. Let's give her a good name, because I don't want no boring generic name. I want to give her a name, a nice name. Shaniqua. So I was texting Shaniqua on the way home. Everything was going good. She was a really nice friend of mine. I was kind of in the friend zone though. Like, it seemed like every time I would go and like talk to her about anything in like sexual nature, like I'd go into like do some dirty talk with her sometimes, she would kind of like get me to the point of kind of like led on, like, you know, she kind of led me on, and like when we got there, she would kind of like stop and like change the topic or subjects, and I'd kind of be like, oh, this is kind of really weird, like I don't like this, like this is kind of awkward. But anyways, I was texting her on the way home, because she doesn't even live close to me. She lives like the opposite way in a different district or a different town. So I'm walking home, I'm on my own. I just come out of an hour detention, and basically I'm walking down this one alley, and I'm talking to her. I get home, and I remember I just keep talking to her the whole day. Like, after school, we just keep texting. Comes to around 6 o'clock, and one of my best friends at the time, who you will know as the Snake, knocks for me, and he's like, yo, bro, you coming out? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not coming out. Because the reason I said to my friend that I'm not coming out is because I thought this girl was actually like going through with what she was doing. Like, she was like trying to like turn me on, doing all that dirty talk and everything. But I kind of knew in the back of my head. That's why I said to my friend, yeah, bro, I said to him, I don't think I'm going to come out tonight, but if I change my mind in like 20, 30 minutes, I'll just phone you up or something and we can come out. And he's like, oh, yeah, bro, anything, just let me know. So he goes round his house or whatever. And the reason why I said this is because I thought the girl, Shaniqua, was going to lead me on again. And if she did lead me on, I had a backup to go out with my friend, so I was covered both ways. But anyways, that doesn't happen. So it comes to around, I'd say around 8 p.m. now, and I say to Shaniqua, I'm going in the bath. And she's like, oh, are you going to take your phone in there? And I was like, well, do you want me to? And she was like, yeah, like, I always take my phone in. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'll take my phone in the bath. I never usually done that, just because, you know, electricity and water, it doesn't really go together, does it? Like, no, it just doesn't. So, anyways, I take my phone in the bath. The bath takes like half an hour to 45 minutes to do, which is just normal for a typical bath, you know. Like, you're going in the bath. It's nothing too fancy. It's nothing too bourgeois. Like, you're not going in the Ritz swimming pool or something, are you? No. You're just going in a standard bath. So, anyways, I wait for the bath. I'm still, like, doing the dirty talk with her. Like, she's kind of, like, she's taking it to a new level now. Like, she's actually trying to get my rocks off. I'm not gonna lie. It literally comes to the time of me going in the bath, and Shaniqua says, once I've been in the bath for 5 or 10 minutes, she goes to me. She goes, Isaac, do you want to call? Do you want to call on FaceTime or like FaceTime audio? And I was like, let me think about this. Like, I don't know, like, because I was scared. I had the paranoia at that age, right? That either my mom or my dad or my brother or someone of that nature of a relative would walk into the bathroom midway, me just, you know, sexting, or not sexting like phone sex or whatever, because she wanted to phone me, or audio or FaceTime or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know about this. And she's like, just have a think about it. So when she says this, she starts to go to even a higher extent of trying to get my rocks off. And I'm kind of like, okay. So she asked me again around 10 minutes later, because I'll stay in the bath for like hours on end. Like, literally, I've spent like 3 hours in the bath just because it's just so nice and good, you know. So anyways, 10 minutes goes by, and she asked me again. She was like, do you want to call? And I thought about it, and I was like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, what is the worst that can happen? So I phone her over on audio, because I have a number and everything. We're just calling, and she's just sitting there lying on her bed, and she starts like saying, I really like you, Isaac, like, we should go out on a date sometime. And I was kind of like, oh, this could be good. Like, yeah, I'm down to do that. And then we just started talking about like normal things, like how was a day, how was a night, like how is she, like what's she up to, and just the random boring conversation, you know. And then after around 10 or 15 minutes go by, we start getting into the dirty talking. So we start like saying different stuff to each other. We just start like saying, oh, I wish I was with you, oh, you could lie on me, and just things like that, you know. I'm not gonna go too much in detail, but I can remember her saying one rude ass thing that she wanted to do to me, which I'm not gonna mention, after a while of us talking. And I don't know how I couldn't hear outside the door, but I literally hear my dad burst through the door and go, Isaac, who you talking to? And I'm like, I put the phone on mute, and I'm trying to like press the button to like turn the phone off, and I'm literally just like, so I end the call. I put my phone literally on the washing basket behind me, and I'm like, Dad, I wasn't on the phone. And he was like, Isaac, don't play me at the game. I know what you're doing. I know what you lads get up to. I was a young teenager once. Like, what was you doing? And I was just like, then my phone goes off, and I know that it's Shaniqua, and I just know that we've been caught now. But luckily, my dad didn't know who the girl was, so he couldn't like tell her parents. And I was like, I was just on a call to a girl. And he was like, oh, was that right? Does that happen to be your girlfriend by any chance? And I was like, no, like, it's a girl from school. And he was like, well, I heard what she said to you. And he literally just walks out, shuts the door, and I'm like, damn. Like, I swear he just wanted to make it an awkward situation. He just wanted to embarrass me so much of like, I should not be doing this. He didn't tell me off. I didn't get in trouble. He just caught me. It was awkward. It was very embarrassing, and he just ended it there, guys. So I know this has been quite a long commentary. If you did enjoy and you want more crazy stories like this, because I've had literally just weird situations happen to me in my life, and hopefully more to come so I can tell stories on them. Yeah, please do leave a like, subscribe, turn all bell notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video for us banger story time, guys. Have a fantastic day. Peace.